This is the final part of the Route 62 adventure. It's an unforgettable ride, from coastal towns to mountain passes, hidden gems to wide open landscapes. And this last stretch brings it all together. In this episode, you'll explore more towns and soak up the charm that makes this journey so special. As you make your way towards the end point of this incredible route, you can't help but feel a little nostalgic. It's the kind of road trip that stays with you, not just for the places, but for the feeling it gives you. So, buckle up one last time. Good morning from Tulbagh. First up on this leg of the journey is Ladismith, a peaceful little town sitting at the foot of the dramatic Towerkop mountain.
Beautiful mountains, eh?
Yeah.
Look at that one with a little gap.
Yes. Legend has it the mountain's split peak was struck by lightning, or maybe by a witch, depending on who you ask. It doesn't really matter what the story is, it makes for a pretty epic backdrop.
Yeah, nice places, yeah. Look, it's got these same little pointy pillars on.
Wowza. The town itself is full of character, with old buildings and that relaxed Klein Karoo vibe. Ladismith cheese.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does, eh?
The original recipe.
Let's go and have a look.
Wow.
And if you're into cheese, like we are, there's a local cheese factory here that's definitely worth a visit.
Imagine working in a cheese factory. We are headed out of the town of Ladismith.
Yes. From here, we're back on Route 62, heading for a town that brings a bit more colour, quirk, and a whole lot of creativity. We are on Route 62, heading to Barrydale.
Next up is Barrydale, and wow, this place has personality. It's a mix of laid-back Karoo living and artsy creative energy. The main road is lined with quirky cafes, vintage shops, and murals that practically beg you to pull over and explore. You'll find everything here, from homemade pies to local art. And the people? Super friendly, in that stay for a chat kind of way. The town of Barrydale also sits right on the edge of where the Karoo meets the Overberg, so the scenery shifts in a big way here, from dry desert vibes to lush green valleys. And just like that, we're back on the road again, winding our way towards a town known for hot springs, heritage, and some seriously beautiful mountain passes.
Montagu is our next stop.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's about a 60-kilometer drive from Barrydale, all along the R62.
Nice.
Now you're in Montagu, and this place is an absolute gem. Tucked between towering mountains, it's known for its natural hot springs, beautiful old buildings, and some of the best preserved architecture along Route 62. It's got that perfect mix of heritage and relaxation. You can soak in a hot pool 1 minute and wander through a museum or art gallery the next. The town's also surrounded by fruit farms and vineyards, and if you're into scenic drives, the Kochman's Kloof Pass leading out of Montagu is a highlight all on its own. From here the road flattens out a bit as you head to a farming town with a railway past and a gateway feel as Route 62 nears its final stretch.
Don't you think they just did the most brilliant job with all these little walls and the tables? And
I think so. Look at this.
oh,
And the fort is just above here.
rolling into Ashton, you'll notice it's a bit more of a working town, all about fruit, vineyards and tractors rumbling through town. It's also surrounded by mountains and orchards, and while it might not be as touristy as some of the other Route 62 spots, it's got that real small town, boots on the ground feel.
Wow, how cool is this?
Again crossing the Kochmans.
This is spectacular, eh?
Angel, you know, it's just so incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Because I read that Ashton is the capital of the canning industry in our country. It's well known for its fruit canning industry, and you'll pass rows of vineyards that stretch out towards the hills, a little taste of what's coming next. Because just up the road is a town where wine, roses, and wide open spaces come together in a big way. So Robertson is our next stop.
Yes.
We have arrived.
Yes, we have. Now Robertson, this is where Route 62 gets a little more polished, but still keeps its laid-back charm. It's known as the Valley of Wine and Roses, and honestly, that says it all.
Now that you mention roses, it does say here, affectionately known as the Valley of Wine, Horses and Roses.
Oh wow.
Robertson is a wineland's love story, situated in the shadow of the majestic Langeberg Mountains with the Brede River as its lifeblood. Robertson is the western gateway to Route 62.
Fantastic.
So beautifully written.
You're surrounded by vineyards, mountains and some seriously good wine farms, from big names to tucked away gems. There's also a great mix of old school charm and modern touches, with farm stalls, art galleries and beautiful gardens around town. It's the kind of place where you stop for a wine tasting and suddenly you're booking a guest house for the night. From here, the mountains close in again as we make our way to one of the bigger towns on this route, with its own unique mix of history, heritage and heart. Here we are turning into Worcester.
Worcester is one of the biggest stops on Route 62, but it's still got that down-to-earth friendly feel. It sits in the middle of a valley encircled by mountains, vineyards and orchards, and it's a great place to slow down and explore a bit. The town has a rich mix of Cape Dutch architecture, a few great museums, and even a brandy distillery if you're in the mood for something stronger than wine.
Look at this. Yo.
Look at this. Karoo for you.
Sure.
It's also home to the Karoo Desert National Botanical Garden, which is honestly a hidden gem, filled with the most incredible array of succulents and desert plants you'll see anywhere. From here you leave the bustle behind and head toward a quieter town, a small farming community with rivers, mountains and some surprisingly cool places tucked away off the main road.
Wolseley is our next stop.
And the moon is still visible.
I see.
In the sky.
Does the moon affect you?
No!
Wolseley is a very small town, but if you explore, you'll find it's full of little surprises. It's a farming community nestled between mountain ranges and crisscrossed by rivers, with fruit orchards and vineyards all around.
Okay, so this was definitely the station.
Yeah. Look at this hotel. It looks closed.
Well, the Sir Garnet Pub and Grill only opens at 10. Oh. Okay.
It's it's a suspension bridge.
Yeah. Pretty ducks, eh?
Yeah.
And the geese.
And there's Egyptian geese. So this is where we're going to go down to Aidine's farm flowers.
Yes.
One stop that really stands out is Aidine's flower farm. If you're lucky enough to visit in bloom season, the colors are just unreal. Rows and rows of dahlias, hydrangeas and more. It's like walking into a postcard. It's just flowers, flowers, flowers over here.
Watershed. The water naturally divides into the Berg River, which drains towards the Atlantic Ocean, and the Breda River, which drains towards the Indian Ocean.
And just over the hill is a town with stories, charm, and a main street that feels like stepping back in time. Tulbagh, 1699?
Good heavens! Tulbagh is one of those towns that just steals your heart the moment you arrive. It's cradled by a valley, surrounded by mountains, and it's got this calm, old world charm that's hard to beat. The real showstopper here is Church Street, a perfectly preserved stretch of Cape Dutch architecture where every building has a story, and you'll find more national monuments than anywhere else. You'll find cozy coffee shops, wine tasting rooms, and a sense of history that makes you want to stay longer. It's also known for great wine estates, olive farms, hiking and biking trails, and lots of other activities that will keep you busy. Everything here feels thoughtful, beautiful, and just a little slower in the best way possible. You remember the no mask, no entry?
Yes.
No towel, no entry in the gym.
Oh yeah, this is definitely where they have the animals parade. And then the people sit on the pavilion here.
Check it all out.
Yeah. Fancy. I wish we could have been here on the 28th.
Yeah.
I love agricultural shows.
Me too. Look, there's the poultry hall.
Yes.
From here, we keep heading west, and the mountains open up again as we roll into a town known for its leather, its wine, and a whole lot of local pride. Another blockhouse.
Look at the blockhouse.
Get close up here.
No.
Gate is closed.
And locked. Welcome in Wellington, welcome to Wellington.
Same thing.
Wellington is not such a small town anymore, but with a bit of a proud, rugged edge. It's right up against the Groenberg Mountains, and everywhere you look, there's a vineyard, a fruit orchard, or a leather workshop. The town's actually famous for its leather craftsmanship and brandy, so if you're into quality boots or a smooth sip of something strong, this is your place.
Statue.
Ja.
Voor is dat hy sit.
Ja. Ek sien nie voor, ja.
En daar's 'n rede vir daai. Hy het 'n swaar ernstige rugprobleem gehad. Wow. En dit hier vlak voor hierdie preekstoel het hy gesit en preek.
Regtig. It's got a warm, welcoming vibe and feels like one of those towns where everybody knows everybody. Just a short drive from here, the valley opens up and we head into a town with big history, bold wine, and one very iconic granite rock.
6 years after that, I think. Paarl is one of the oldest towns in South Africa, and it's got this grand, elegant feel to it. Tree-lined streets, historic wine estates, and that massive granite rock that watches over the valley like a silent giant. The town is all about wine, heritage, and that slower pace that makes you want to sit back and enjoy a long lunch with a view. It's polished but still down to earth, the kind of place that knows exactly who it is. The Afrikaanse Taal Monument is well worth a visit and a magnificent architectural showpiece. And from here, we roll into the final stretch of Route 62. The road leads us straight into Cape Town. From vineyards to mountain passes, ghost stories to small town surprises, it's been an incredible journey. And now, with Table Mountain looming on the horizon and the ocean ahead, we end in one of the world's most iconic and beautiful cities, where the adventure is far from over.
So we've made it to Cape Town. After all the quiet towns, winding mountain passes and Karoo charm, arriving here feels electric. With Table Mountain towering above, the Atlantic Ocean stretching out in front of us, and the hum of city life all around, it's the perfect place to end this adventure.
There used to be an ambassador hotel here that we never stayed here together, you and I, but I did when I came for business from Pretoria, and it had the most amazing rooms, like right on the ocean. I don't even know if it exists anymore. I think it was called Ambassador by the Sea or something.
There's just so much to do here. Whether you're hiking, exploring markets, hitting the beaches, or just soaking up the views, Cape Town delivers on every level.
There's such a nice view over Camps Bay.
Looking back, Route 62 wasn't just a road. It was a journey through the heart of South Africa. From forgotten railway towns to world-class wine estates, dusty back roads to dramatic landscapes, every stop had a story, every town had a soul.
So here's to the road less travelled, to small town surprises, and to the memories we made along the way. Route 62, what a ride!